Well, mark your calendars because tomorrow night, Jimmy Kimmel's show returns to ABC. In a statement issued by the Walt Disney Company, it read, "Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country," ABC parent the Walt Disney Company said in a statement. "It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday." Now, if you notice, they did not say that they did not agree or that they were condemning the comments made by Jimmy Kimmel. They just said that, in their opinion, the comments were ill-timed, thus making them insensitive. Now, there were many reporters reporting that ABC and the Walt Disney Company had no intention of ever keeping Jimmy Kimmel off the air permanently, that they, just like in the statement, were trying to de-escalate an otherwise sensitive situation, that they were always hopeful that they could bring Jimmy Kimmel and his show back to the air expeditiously. And it seems like that reporting may have been true. But regardless of who was correct or more correct in their reporting, and regardless of why ABC and the Walt Disney Company are bringing back Jimmy Kimmel so soon, is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is that the correct outcome is happening. And I don't think it would be unfair to say that the canceling of subscriptions and the protests and the boycotts were ineffective. I think they were very effective. Look how quickly this thing changed, right? Regardless of if Disney said they were going to do it all along. So my message to you is this. Just as it is so important, so effective to withhold our viewership and withhold our dollars in protest of a company that we see capitulating to the federal government when the federal government is trying to suppress someone's First Amendment right, so too is it equally as important, if not, I would argue more so, to reward these companies when they make the correct decision, even if they didn't do it off the bat. As long as they get there eventually, it is important to reward these good decisions with our viewership and with our dollars. This is how we beat McCarthyism. This is how we beat back the Red Scare. It was the studio presidents, the network presidents, the media moguls. They had real power to shape public opinion around things. And they stood up to the federal government and Joe McCarthy and said, no, we're not going to capitulate to this type of government censorship. That's how we did it before. So it's important to reward these companies that make the correct decisions again, right? So I, for one, will be tuning in tomorrow night to watch Jimmy's triumphant return to ABC, and I hope you will too.